Hey friends, my name is Vanessa and I'm the digital artist behind the account The Life of AVAX. These are some of the photos my family and I have created together from around the world. Some of you guys might even recognize this one. I love storytelling inspired by childhood imagination, and today I'm going to show you how I created this story of my son using Adobe Stock. Let's get to it. I'm going to start by creating my 4000 by 5000 canvas with a 300 resolution, which is perfect for print and Instagram. Now that I have my canvas, I'm going to head over to Adobe Stock. I'm going to click Select View Panel and select Pictures in order to filter out the vector and illustration. Once I have all my images downloaded, I'm going to convert them into smart objects in order to conserve pixel quality. To create the sky, I'm going to blend both skies together using a chalk brush on a mask with 10% opacity for a painterly sky. Next, I'm going to create some depth to field by adding in a Gaussian blur to this field along with some noise. I'll finish the blend with a soft round brush. For the fence, I'm going to use channels to remove the trees. The goal here is to keep the fence white while darkening everything else using levels. Once I'm done, I'll apply the mask. But since I want to keep the grass at the bottom, I can just bring it back using my brush and mask. I'll use the same brush and mask technique for the sidewalk and gravel. And there's our base. Now it's time to mask in Xander by using the Select Subject tool. And I love how it works along his curly hair. I'm going to piece him together by using a quick mask and soft round brush since he was taken in several parts. Then it's time to search for some characters and detail stocks to create a story. And lucky for us, we have tons of poses to choose from. These are some of the stocks that I chose. I used 22 in total. First, I'm going to use this photo to add texture to the fence by using blending modes. I always test them all to make sure I choose the best one. Then I'm going to duplicate the layer and apply it to the entire fence. Now I'm going to bring in all the characters and add in any stock details I selected. To mask them out quickly, I'm using Remove Background or Select Subject. The pencil stilts I'm going to create by blending different pencil stock images together, including this broken lid for a little humor. Whenever I add in animals or other subjects, I always make sure that their eyes are pointing toward the main subject, which in this case is Xander. One last thing I'm going to do to this fence is create a quick mask to apply to the tip of the wooden panels for some consistency. Now it's time for some color grading. I have my Color Story palette and I'm going to use color balance to manipulate the colors to it as best as possible. I like softer, desaturated tones, so I'll also lower the saturation a bit and then decrease the brightness. Sometimes I use selective color to target a specific color like the grass. With this tool, I can add a more autumn warm tone to the grass. I'm going to go ahead and apply these 3 color grading steps to all my assets. Next, it's time to add in some shading, which I'm going to do by using the multiply blending mode with a 7 to 10% opacity and soft round brush on a mask. Another tip for creating realistic shadows is to always select the darkest part of your image. Every object gives off a natural hue, so you want to make sure when creating shadows you capture that tone. I always work in 2 to 3 layers when drawing in shadows. The first layer is for a light but wide shadow, the second one is for a little more concentrated shadow, and the third one is for a really dark and defined shadow. I'm also going to make sure that I have a direct source of light to help guide the direction of my shadows and highlights. For this image, the shadows are all on the left. Next, I'm going to add in a faint sun haze on the right for a nostalgic vintage look. For highlights, I'm going to use the overlay blending mode to add in some soft highlights to everything on the right side. The last touch is a quick preset using curves by increasing my blacks for a faded look and adding in a little more warmth using color balance. And we're done. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something new about storytelling, compositing, and the magic of Adobe Stock.
If you want to follow our story and see more of our artwork, make sure to check us out on our Instagram, Behance, YouTube, and all other platforms. I hope to see you guys there. Bye!